Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm here to share with you top lesbian power couples that I will highly recommend you all to go ahead, go watch, go support. So this is my personal power couple list, but before we get into it, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. So first we're gonna start off with Dani and Jamie. They are the center romantic couple in the Netflix horror series that is called, The Haunting of Bile Manor. Their relationship transformed what initially appears to be a traditional ghost story into a deeply moving gothic romance. Danny is an American school teacher who travels to England to become an au pair of the orphanage children. Jamie is the cynical and yet deeply loyal estate, groundkeeper and gardener at, Bly Manor. The two connect at Bly Manor, finding unexpected, feelings and also unexpected friendship between them that later on ends up, building into a romance, but always a very dark romance because they knew that their love story and that their relationship would be far from simple. I feel like this couple doesn't need no introduction. It was very popular when the series was ongoing. It got amazing reviews by the viewers, so that's the reason why like they are a power couple in my personal opinion. Then moving forward, we have Max and Annie. In the Star series Black Sails, the relationship between the two evolves from a horrific shared trauma into one of the show's most complex romantic partnerships and political alliances as well. Max is brutally, captured and basically mistreated by, Charlie's crew after a scheme that she basically was doing involving the Spanish treasure. Annie, suddenly cold and highly, fearless, she basically falls deeply empathy, throughout, her past history. Max uses, seduction as a tool of survival and leverage by a genuine, situation in order to get Max in this case in Annie's bond. So they started just to hook up randomly and just spending time together, making plans on how to get the treasure. But later on, they deeply started to fall for one another. But the ending was very complex. Very good story. You have to watch it. And then moving forward, we have Lily and Ola. So a lot of people feel like, oh, they're not a couple, they're not a power couple. But I will not say power couple, but I would say they have a very interesting plot. So the romance between them, develop on the series called as Education. Ola transfers to Mordali Secondary in Alien Obsessed. Lily acts as her school chapter Raoni, causing the two to quickly become close friends. While dating, in this case, Otis, Ola has an unexpected dream about Lily. This realization prompts her to take an online quiz, leading her to discover she is, in this case, also interested in women as well. Ola breaks up with Otis and impulsively kisses Lily on her, doorstep. Lily initially rejects and avoids Ola in this case. Lily eventually admits she doesn't want to just to be friends, and later on, obviously, the two started to develop a mutual relationship under they understood that there's definitely feelings between the two, and it's at the point where they cannot hide it anymore. So if they're gonna try it, let them just try it. And if it doesn't work out, hopefully they can figure out the differences later. But still a very important plot in my personal opinion. Then moving forward, we have Amanda and Jimina are one of the most popular and in this case beloved couples in the Spanish television series Entrevias. The lesbian relationship, which began in the second season, became an international phenomenon. Amanda arrives in the troubled Madrid as the new chief inspector of the local police. She meets Jimina, the daughter of the protagonist, after a minor nighttime tragic traffic accident in this case. They begin to, connect due to their respective frustrations and personal problems. After an, important dinner where they openly, realize that they actually do have feelings for one another. But at the beginning, you can see that they didn't want anybody to know about their relationship and they decided to keep things low key. So that's what they were doing, just, keeping it low key in season two. But later on, it came to a point where it was impossible to hide it anymore, especially with, the family starting to realize that something's going on, and also the way it was starting to affect their professional lives as well. So they just have decided to go exclusive, and actually, they do get married at the end. So even though they got married under a very complicated situation, they still do have a very important, relationship, because they, no matter what, no matter through the difficulties, the trials and tribulations they went through, they definitely found a way to make this relationship work. And that is one of the reasons why I would definitely say that they are a power couple. Moving forward, we have Jania and Otilia. They are a popular romantic couple as well from the Brazilian telenovela Guerreiras do Sol. Their relationship begins to deepen when Jania promises to teach Otilia how to read, and also write. And obviously, that ends up bringing them together. And you guys can also see that, this is a conservative historical setting. They face a forbidden love, they navigate complex feelings and social pressures as well, while keeping their relationship a secret. The couple have a happy ending after Jania finally figured out a way on how to get rid of her husband. Because if you guys don't know, her husband has full control over her life and everything that she does. But obviously, you can see that, they knew that their time will come and that they will, be happy together. But both of them, from Jania and Otelia's side, they also had other personal problems going on, and they knew it wasn't the right time, for them just to go public and not even just or showcase love to each other, in like just out there. So they definitely went through a lot, but the final scene of them together is super cute. If you guys know, you know. So go ahead and go watch the telenovela. It's super amazing. Then we have this series as well, and this couple as well, in this case, Ned and Steph. The couple are the lead characters of the New Zealand comedy drama series called Double Park. Following a string of unsuccessful and expensive IVF treatments, the couple decides to take matters into their own hands using a home insemination, attempt. And you guys can see this where everything actually ends up taking a turn. At the exact time, a successful mix-up at the IVF clinic results in a secondary pregnancy, leaving both Ned and Steph expecting simultaneously. They navigate the chaos of mood swings, cravings, and newborn parenting while sharing, their house for flatmates as well. So it's basically just them trying to figure out how to be moms and how to be pregnant at the same time, and how to navigate their relationship and also still be a couple while they are going through everything that they have been going through. Me personally, I have done a review regarding their relationship on the channel. So if you guys would like to know my personal point of view on it, I will highly recommend watching it. But they are a very, very good couple, and I like how they just stuck by each other's side no matter what. They knew it's gonna be challenged. They knew it would be super difficult. But as time went by, they found out a way to make it happen. And yes, if you guys know, you know, and if you don't, I will highly recommend you all watching the series so you can understand. So yes, guys, these are my part one of power couples that I will highly recommend you all to go ahead, go watch, go support. If you guys know any other, please drop down below your top 5 power couples so I can possibly do and include them on another list as well. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. See you guys again at the next one, and goodbye.